Well, you know, after 20 years of youth ministry, I had been really feeling restless the last probably 3 years or so of that, and I was serving as youth pastor in Powder Springs, and you know, I'd really gone through a lot of counsel, and a lot of doors began to open and close. It was sort of focusing us, and we felt really like God was leading us to start a new church in South Paulding, and we started the church in South Paulding, and but when I left Powder Springs, we had to raise all of our own support for our salary. And at the day after I resigned my position as youth pastor there's a young woman who was a custodian. Her name was Joy, and she became the very first person to give. And she gave me a gift of $50, and that $50 was the first support we received, and it was the beginning of the Church at the Ridge.
I met Steve from working with him, and we worked at First Baptist Church together. And I would always run into him in the hall, and he would talk to me about God, and you know, I knew his family and his children. And then he started talking about that he felt like God was leading him to start a church, and I thought, wow, that's so exciting, you know, to know the call and the purpose of God in your life. And so it was probably that week that God started talking to me about sowing a seed in his ministry, that was like an encouragement to him that yes, you are doing what I called you to do, and I am going to bless you and be with you.
Well, it was September. It was really hot. I was trying to find something to do with my kids, so a couple of ladies and I decided to come to the park. We met that morning. We were sitting just over here under the pavilion, and another lady was here. She had probably almost 3-year-old and a baby, and the baby was in a car seat, and the lady was trying to play with a 3-year-old on the play set back there.
I was just trying to bring my almost 3-year-old little girl to the park so that we could have a fun day. We had just moved here. We'd just been in our house for a few months here, so this was, you know, just coming out playing was all new to us. The baby wouldn't stop crying. Cheyenne, the oldest, wanted me to play with her on the park, and you know, it was pretty impossible. So there was this lady who offered to hold my child, and being new here, you know, you think, oh, this crazy lady.
Being a mom with lots of kids and kind of knowing where she was, I asked if I could hold the baby for her while she played with the 2-year-old. And of course, like a smart mom, she said no, because I wouldn't let a stranger hold my baby either.
So I politely declined her offer, and pretty much just kind of packed up and just left because of all the crying. Before I left, she actually handed me a card for Church at the Ridge.
I found a card. It wasn't the best looking card, but I handed it to her and told her that I hope to see her.
Little did she know at the time when she handed me that card that it was a very dark place in my life. That I was actually I was in postpartum depression, and I didn't know. And my baby was colic, and it was a very black world. It was such a black world, and I believed in God. I knew of God, but I just didn't have a relationship with God. So I went to church that Sunday, and everything just felt really right. A feeling that I hadn't experienced before. I felt that just peaceful feeling, and God was like, you're here.
After Harmony started going to church fairly regularly, the Lord started to work through her, and little by little, He started to call me.
You know, one of the things with my relationship with my husband is he grew up kind of the same background that I had. You know, we went to church, he went to church on the holidays, and he didn't really know of God. He knew of God, but he didn't have a relationship with God.
She kept on telling me that she was praying for me, and I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it because I thought that I was tough enough and I didn't need God in my life.
You know, I would ask him on Sunday morning to go to church with me, and he wouldn't go. And I prayed for him. I faithfully prayed for him for 3 years. And 3 years to the month, my husband put his faith in Christ and was baptized at Church of the Ridge.
It was just something that I couldn't deny, and it was definitely him seeking a relationship with me.
Within that time, my mother was baptized.
A few weeks ago, I dedicated my life to Jesus Christ. Since doing this, I have found peace and hope within myself. I am truly happy and thankful that I have found meaning in my life.
Just so thankful for that, you know. I can't even imagine never have meeting Kim at the park. I can't even imagine what my life would be like. You know, there's no words that can ever describe it. You know, he is my peace, he's my strength, he's my provider, he's my healer. He's everything to me, and I would give anything. I would give anything for any person to know what I know about him and to have that relationship. I would give anything. I'm standing in West Africa right now, in Burkina Faso, and maybe a year ago, I just felt that restlessness of, you know, God had something big for me. We have seen more here in this amount of time. We have seen God working here like I've never seen God work. We came here to serve, and we got served. We came here to love on these people and to just show them God's love, and we got it tenfold. These people, they live each day, one day at a time, and they depend on God like we just don't understand. They've taught me so much. I'm so thankful for this experience. I really just can't put it in words. I'm still just taking in, even at the end of the trip, I'm still taking in so much. I'm still just processing it all, and just thankful for this experience, and just so happy that God called me here, and I just really feel like this is just the beginning of his work here in Burkina, and I know that this is just the beginning of something big that he's doing through me, and again, I'm just really thankful for that.